Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart and welcome to the precursor of my D&D December videos. Starting tomorrow, I will be doing at least multiple videos a week. Originally, I tried to shoot for a video a day, but it's, due to my convention schedule, that does not look like it's going to happen. I'm currently filming almost all of these in October, so we'll see if I plan this out correctly. However, for the next 4 Saturdays, we're going to be looking at the main party members from Studio Trigger's extremely successful Delicious in Dungeon series. Full disclosure, this might be my new favorite anime. It used to be Slayer's Next, but man, this show's really good. I also may have indulged a little bit when it comes to the ding-ding portions. I get a little long-winded, and you're gonna have to suffer the consequences of that, but hey, longer video, right? Today's party member is none other than the half-foot Chilchuck Timms, and I had to Google that name because I am currently anime-only trash, and his last name I don't believe has been revealed yet. Despite what Season 1 may have you believe, Chilchuck is a seasoned adventurer and has quite a storied history. Chilchuck is currently 29 years old, which is considered middle-aged according to his race's average lifespan and anime voice casting directors. Half-foots live to an average of 50 years old and become fully grown as early as 10 years old. He was married at the age of 13 to another half-foot woman who coincidentally was his childhood friend. Nice job, Chilchuck. Throughout their marriage, he sired 3 daughters with her, but unfortunately, due to his emotional unavailability, their marriage ended in separation by the time the series began. Over the course of his adventuring career, Chilchuck has earned a great deal of respect from other half-foots. According to the wiki, he has a leadership position in the Half-Foot Guild and often advises other half-foots on how to avoid exploitation from the larger races. Even though he is extremely talented when it comes to lockpicking, trap-finding, and intelligence-based skills, he considers himself useless in combat and often counts himself out, despite the badass skills he shows later in the dragon fight. He is often seen as the voice of reason for the party, not only due to his age, but his experience as a professional. And despite his frequent freakouts, he is calm, cool, and collected most of the time. He expects to be paid up front, and he follows his word to the best of his abilities. He also tends to avoid getting emotionally attached to his party members, not only because he's seen adventuring parties split up due to emotional conflicts, but he sees his job as a professional as his top priority due to his highly specialized nature. As such, we will start off Chilchuck at true neutral in the dead center of the alignment wheel, especially since he doesn't get a lot of attention at the beginning of the series, but he does grow to shine later in Season 2 when that comes out. But with all of that away, let's go.
Oh my god!
What? What is it?
They've already got a secret handshake, and it's really cool.
Are you kidding me? He replaced us that quickly? So much for being friends.
I'm not sure how much more he can take.
I just don't understand why he would ditch us. After all our adventures? And for ice cream?
What kind of ice cream, though?
Not now, Kimchi!
In episode 1, Chilchuck doesn't really get a lot of attention. After the fight with the dungeon and being teleported away, he reports to Laios the resignation of the party's 2 best fighters. Once our trio realizes that Falin is trapped in the belly of a dragon, Laios offers to go down alone to rescue her. Laios and Marcel both love Falin and their motivation is very clear. However, Chilchuck offers to rescue Falin for nothing more than... He says it's a reward, but it also seems like it's an integrity and respect thing. For him, it just doesn't feel right to leave her behind. Despite the fact that Chilchuck has the least motivation to save Falin, he volunteers on this very dangerous mission anyway. Gotta give him a lawful good for that. Chilchuck during the first 2 episodes doesn't have a lot to do either. He agrees with Marcel that eating monsters is gross, but rolls with the punches a lot better, rarely complaining and commenting outside of finding Laios weird. He remains neutral during many interactions since he is neither a combatant nor a party leader. Our first real Chilchuck moment, however, is in the latter half of episode 2, where the party takes a shortcut through a secret passage to the lower floors. After the shortcut, they come across a booby-trapped room where Chilchuck attempts to lead them through. However, Senshi is being stubborn and careless about the whole thing, and Chilchuck expresses the importance of respecting his work. Senshi eventually learns to respect his expertise, and together they prepare a meal. Chilchuck low-key gets bullying into helping, but they come to an agreement and understanding. True neutral. The next episode and a half are dedicated to really great world building and creative monster design. First, we learn that living armor are mollusk-like creatures that form colonies of armor pieces and hatch eggs. It's a really, really adorable episode because you find out they also mate by holding hands, and that's just really funny. Next, the party come across Senshi's golem garden and help him harvest his latest crop, and really these don't warrant any dings since Laios and Senshi take center stage in these episodes. And once again, Chilchuck takes a back seat to the other characters, but later the party gets captured by orcs and encounters some treasure bugs, and since it really has nothing to do with lockpicking or talking to outside characters, Chilchuck plays support. No ding.
かつては豪奢な食卓だったろうにな。
As they reach the third floor, Lio sees a bunch of living paintings since he was hungry, and he asks to explore them since he sees that there's food in them. The party obliges, but since he didn't retain any food that he ate, it's a bit of a waste of time. However, later that evening, the party lays out to rest. Chilchuck suspects that the other room has a mimic waiting for them. He decides not to tell them about it because he's afraid that Laios and Senshi will insist on opening the chest for them to catch it. However, Chilchuck has had bad experiences with mimics, so he keeps quiet. Later that night, however, Chilchuck gets hungry and chases a treasure insect that he sees into the trapped room, and he's trapped in it with the mimic. He contemplates the situation, and as that happens, the mimic reveals itself. Through some quick thinking, he utilizes the room's traps to escape and kill the creatures simultaneously. Senshi cooks the meal, but due to the difficulty of eating crustacean, they use his lockpicking tools in order to eat it, which he just kind of allows. I say wandering into a mimic's room in the middle of the night and not telling the party about it is pretty chaotic neutral, even if he's sleepy. The party reaches the inevitable RPG water temple. Marcel casts a water walk spell on everyone. However, it doesn't work on Senshi because of his poor hygiene, and he throws a fit about it. Instead, he summons a Kelpie that he's familiar with and tries to cross the water, and Laios is against it. A whole thing occurs where Laios and Senshi have to slay the Kelpie, but Chilchuck doesn't really have anything to do with this. However, they use the remains of the Kelpie to prepare various things. While this is happening, Laios spots some dead adventurers across the lake. He and Chilchuck go help that party of adventurers by removing them from said lake, hoping that the corpse retrievers will revive them. Chilchuck almost gets charmed by some nearby sirens, but thanks to Laios' countersong, they fail. The duo reach the party again, share a meal, and continue with the other half of the episode. Chilchuck gets a single neutral good for helping with the other party. The second half of episode, however, the party encounters some bladefish and kraken, but they all slay the ones that they encountered. They also slay and eat a kraken. In episode 8, Marcel gets attacked by an Undine, and it nearly kills her. She manages to escape by using large portions of her mana to blast the Undine and flee. They then prepare a bunch of grilled kelpie and feed Marcel liver in order to help recover from the blood loss. While she recovers her stamina and prevents her death, another adventuring party runs into them, and the previous party member, a female dwarf named Amari, is also spotted with them. Marcel spends a moment scolding her for abandoning them, but Laios asks their leader, Mr. Tansu, for help, which he refuses. Tansu is eventually repelled by the Undine, and they decide to explore other locations. Laios and Senshi offer to help. They manage to save Kiki, who gets into trouble due to Tansu's impatience, and as an apology, he heals everyone back to full HP, including Marcel. Her MP, however, is still very low. This world does not run on spell slots. You will hear that joke more than once during these videos. Marcel concocts a plan to consume the Undine, and since they're spirits, they would likely be chock full of mana. The two dwarves team up and use Senshi's adamantine cooking libs to trap and boil the Undine. Marcel invites everyone to share the stew that she made with the Undine, using the remaining ingredients that they had on this floor. With everyone recovered, Mr. Tansu and his party leave, wishing the others the best of luck. Let's give everyone a neutral good for this episode, and it is just fantastic. The party has a quick encounter with some tentacle plants and giant frogs. They kill and then make them into funny suits. It's actually Chilchuck's idea to use the frog's skin as the insulation. So we're actually gonna give him... You know what? We're gonna give him a neutral good. I don't care. I'm standing on principle on this one. Especially since he's stated more than once that he's not a fighter. He also almost got eaten by the frog managing this. They make it to the castle town. Once in the castle town, they formulate a plan to lure out and defeat the dragon. They use mana-efficient warding spells to blow up buildings and use them as improvised weapons. However, it's not enough, and a lot of things go wrong with this plan, and a lot of it is due to Laios' Mollusk sword freaking out and running away. However, due to some last-second action, Laios manages to strike the killing blow using that same sword. Each party member did their part, and each of them get a different ding for their tactics and bravery. Check out each different member's videos for those results. Chilchuck, despite not being able to fight, manages to blind the dragon in one eye using Senshi's mithril cooking knife. It was a hectic fight, and honestly, Chilchuck was just kind of badass. Once they degut the dragon, they learn that Falin is nothing but bones. Marcel tells them that they can use ancient magic, which Chilchuck and Senshi understand is dark magic, to bring her back. Both of these two fiercely object to the idea, but Laos and Marcel are willing to risk all of their lives to bring her back. Accepting death and rejecting what is basically a satanic ritual to bring someone back is neutral. Now with Falin resurrected, they get her a hot bath, some clothes, and a meal. They tell her what they've been doing for the past several weeks, and she finds it cool. Like brother, like sister. Falin shows off some seemingly new magic powers that she's gotten since being resurrected, and nobody suspects a thing. They rest for the evening. However, their long rest is interrupted by the Mad Mage, who is in control of Falin due to her soul being mixed up with the dragon's soul. The boys are unable to fight the mage due to his magic. He then casts them into a pit, and they are rescued by some town residents. They are captured by orcs, but Senshi quickly explains the situation. Chilchuck manages to convince everyone to return to the surface, and he tells them to resupply. He does this because he is actually really concerned about them, and he understands how in over their heads they are. Honestly, it's just a great Chilchuck moment, and it really justifies his place in the party. Lawful good. Chilchuck is escorted back to town by the orc chief's sister, and we learn that his favorite food must be the tsundere pizza due to his spicy but sweet personality, which is a special meal that can be found over at the Complete Waifu Handbook, now available at LoadingCrewCrafts.com. This 352-page book is compatible with 5th edition D&D as well as Pathfinder 1st and 2nd editions. Not only does this book have over 8 new races, a dozen new classes, items, and spells, it also offers over 50 pages of cooking and camping mechanics with delicious meals or desserts, such as the Cocoa Sugar Waffles, which give you haste while your sugar rush is active, or Oni's Giri, which allows you to cast bonus shoujo spells, a special school of magic based on your personality, once per day, or Tiefling Food Cake, which grants bonuses on charisma-based checks. If you become a really skilled cook, you can prepare legendary meals such as Silver Dragon Sherbet, which, when prepared with the help of a consenting ancient silver dragon, you permanently gain the powers of atonement, and you gain certain silver dragon powers such as a cold aura and the ability to see through fog as a silver dragon does. As always with my YouTube promoted items, you can use coupon code MYWAIFU for 10% off your total order. Skipping episode 14, since our heroes really aren't in it, the party attempts to make their way back to the surface. They encounter some dryad flowers and a cockatrice. During this time, Chilchuck serves as Senshi's eyes during the dryad fight, and when Marcel gets turned into a statue, he spent a full day searching for a special herb to try to cure her petrification. We're gonna give him a neutral good for that. The party return to the original part of town where they fought the dragon, and they run into some dungeon cleaners. They escape the Mad Mage's spies, but run into their old party member Shiro, as well as some party members that kept dying. Remember those ones by the lake? Those guys. During this time, Chilchuck tries to protect Senshi from the Eastern ninjas, but regrets his decision immediately, as he feels he should have been with Laios to prevent him from telling Shiro how they revived Falin. Regardless, Laios told Shiro how they revived Falin, and things go tits up right away. Speaking of tits up, they get attacked by harpies and Falin. Chilchuck protects the other half-foot, but he's otherwise not super helpful, but that's normal. Neutral good. I mentioned this in my other videos, but episode 18 is my favorite episode as it involves a shapeshifter that creates 3 copies of each party member. However, these copies are based off of the perception of the other characters, meaning these copies of Marcel are how the other party members view her. The way they eliminate the fakes are also really smart, utilizing special knowledge that only they would know by examining equipment or whatever. It's just really smart, and I love the episode, but the only person to actually get a ding, however, is Laios, who figures out the special option, so go ahead and watch his video if you want to know how that ends. Episode 19 is a Marcel and Itsuzumi-focused episode, so we're not going to focus on that one. Also, they run into Itsuzumi, the cat girl, and Chilchuck also doesn't really do anything about that. However, one day while they were exploring, the party learns that Laios can overhear ghosts. One ghost in particular has been trying to get Laios to go into the lore cave, and the party agrees to do it, where they are taken to the original country, and they learn about everything that's happening with the story. Go check out the Laios video if you want to know more about this, but basically Laios is the chosen one, and that mad mage from earlier that they encountered is the guy who placed the immortality curse on the dungeon. The party leave, and poor Chilchuck doesn't really get a ding. Leaving the lore cave, the party encounter a griffin, and Senshi freaks out, causing him to get captured. Marcel creates a familiar and uses it to find Senshi and incapacitates the dwarf, allowing Laios to secure the kill. Saving your dwarf friend is still neutral good, even though Chilchuck couldn't really participate. After rescuing Senshi, he reveals his tragic backstory, and check the Senshi video coming out in a few weeks for more details, but that means helping him getting over his trauma. They prepare a griffin. This does not work. They then prepare a hippogriff using nearby changeling mushrooms, and this is actually lore that Chilchuck should have picked up on. It's a little bit of a waste that he doesn't get it. But they uncover the truth about his past and give him a great big group hug. This is actually a Nat 20 episode, and it's just really good. Trust me, go watch the show. It's fantastic.
よし、それじゃあみんな先に進もう。
Shortly after the tragic Senshi episode, the party accidentally steps into the Changeling fairy circle, and it's a fun 2.5 episode two-parter. They learn how the other races function, such as dwarves getting strong and dark vision, half-foots have crazy perception, and Chilchuck says that his emotions are better in check. Not sure what that's about, but okay, and elves are hot. Also, Itsutsumi is a kobold. They come across a door that they couldn't pass before. They get past it, past some gargoyles. They use a changing circle to defeat it. It's all in all just kind of fun filler. But the problem is Chilchuck doesn't actually get any special dings here. Afterwards, they find an automatic tram and take it down to the lower levels. They discuss about Falin and plan to eat all of the dragon parts in order to separate her soul from the soul of the dragon, ending season 1 on a hopeful note. Chilchuck is the perfect example of a don't judge a book by its cover sort of character. He actually has quite a sense of depth to him, both emotionally and in the limited academic sense when it comes to the scope of these alignment videos. Despite his professional attitude, he cares quite deeply for his current party. Originally, when I wrote the first ding, I just assumed he was being altruistic. However, I did miss the detail that he was paid up front. And I already sent the recording off to Anthony. I didn't want to fix it. However, considering the fact that Shiro and Namari both left the party after Marcel got eaten, it would have been totally reasonable to expect Chilchuck to leave. The job was kinda done, and retrieving dead party members wasn't part of their contract. At least I'm fairly certain. In fact, looking back at my spreadsheet, despite the fact that Chilchuck values professional distancing, he's actually put his life in danger for his friends, and he has the most to lose. Even discounting his home and family life, Chilchuck considers himself a non-combatant, and yet during his fight with the dragon, he was invaluable, scoring a crit called shot on the dragon's eye and helping Senshi. It's a bit of a bummer that we don't get a lot of Chilchuck in this season, but according to what I've seen and heard about the manga, he gets a lot of moments to shine in the later chapters. Apparently he also likes blondes? I understand, buddy. I understand. As of October, I haven't had much opportunity to read the manga yet, but once I finish this D&D December marathon, I'll read further, and hopefully by the time Season 2 is ready, I'll be a Dungeon Meshi expert, and the Season 2 follow-up will be even better. As always, buy my book, subscribe, thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you all next time.